What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I want to bring you guys this gun pack trips mini scheme part 2. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys just one setup from one particular play, and then after that, I'm gonna hop into gameplay and show you guys how I love to utilize this scheme in an actual game. So without further ado, man, let's go in and dive right into this. So as far as personnel goes, you're going to be able to see as through the gameplay goes. I'll talk about, you know, why I put people where and how that goes. But basically, this formation lets you get 4 receivers wherever you want them. So it's just really up to you. So I don't want to spend too much time on personnel. Now, as far as plays that I'm going over in today's video, the only one is going to be this Packers scat, and it's the only play that I didn't really get to run a ton in game. I did it a little bit towards the end. Now, quickly, while I have you guys' attention, what I want to say is that the plays that you're going to see me run in game is going to be Packers smash. You're going to see me run, I run 4 verticals once. You're going to see me run curl flat. And I want to say those are the only 3 plays that you see me run. Now, purposely, I did stay away from halfback angle. I stayed away from that play on purpose just so I could show you guys other plays and other ways to put this scheme together. So wanted to make sure I get that out the way. So let's start off with Packers scat. Now for defense, I'm just gonna come out in a dollar. You can tell we do have 2 good safeties at linebacker. We have 2 good slot corners, and of course we have speed all the way around. So we're just gonna come out in cover 3. Now this is my favorite thing to do versus zone coverages. Now this is not a man setup by far. You're gonna see exactly how to dissect man coverage because that's all my opponent ran in the gameplay that you're about to see here in a few minutes. So without further ado, let's go and get into it. So for the simple setup you want to do, all you want to do is take circle, put them on an out route. Now you can either run it like this or you could smart route this out route. Now I like smart route this out route if it's like 1st and 10 or something, but you definitely don't need to. So if it's like 2nd and 2, just throw them on a little baby out route. That's going to be fine. They're both going to work the same way, but I just personally like the smart route just in case it's man coverage, because if they happen to give you man coverage, you'll basically have a 2-way read between circle and X, which I'll talk about here in a second. But let's talk about zones while I have you guys' attention. So this is cover 3. Now I just want you to look at who's all open, and then I'm going to go and replay really quick and just show you, you know, exactly what all gets open. So hopefully I can only just show you guys the setup. You'll be able to see it, and I'll tell you if the user does this, you'll do this, and you know, I'll be able to talk to you guys like that. So basically the reason that this works is because the purple, what's going to happen is he's going to get pulled out by this out route, and this hook curl is actually going to just kind of be stuck right here. He's not going to guard either one of these guys. So essentially we have a 3-way read. We have this guy who normally is going to be your first read, because normally the user is going to sit somewhere over here, so they're normally going to try to take away one of these 2. So normally you're going to have this guy right off the rip. So this play is good because we literally just have an easy read. You can tell we have a 2-way read or even a 3-way, just depending on what side the user's on. So that'll work against any cover 3 or cover 4. And just to show you that, let's go ahead and talk about cover 4. So you see right here, we do have cover 4. And also zone drops will work the same exact way. It's going to be literally the same exact read progress, so don't be like, oh, if they zone drop, then that's not going to get open. But you can tell cover 4, what got open, of course, was X. I just decided to do a little dumb pass there just because. But hope you guys watching and see who got open right there. So quickly, I will hop into replay just to kind of quickly show you. But like I said, normally this wants to always be your first read. Now the only reason this wasn't open right off the gate is because they actually press. Now if normally they don't press, if they do press, then you'll be able to have this out route all day, because he'll never be able to get there. You can tell I could have threw that pass. Or if you want to be patient, you can wait, and if you wait, you know, you can tell sometimes you can low ball this, or I mean, you always still have this 2-sided read. So if they press, which they won't, then just look for this out route if the user's not over there, of course, or if not, just make this 1-2 read right here, because normally those 2 are pretty much always going to be open against hook curls. Now cover 2 is going to be pretty much the same exact thing. So circle on the out route, small route is out route. And we're going to go and snap the ball so I can show you right here. So you can tell X is going to sit open. Now what happens, that's cool. You'll see me throw that in the game. But in the game, if you want to run that, you want to make sure you flip it to put your running back to the wide side of the field. And the reason that this works too is because, so for one, if you run this against cover 2, flip it to put your running back on the wide side. And what's going to happen is you see how he's going to glitch. So you notice how the cornerback glitched over here. Now if you're on the wide side of the field, he's actually going to glitch a lot further. So he'll probably come like to the numbers, and you'll be able to throw this literally wide open, which you'll see me do in the gameplay here in a second. So anyways, basically what's going to happen is you just want to make this read right here. So if this is the user, you can tell he's going to have to make a choice between this hitch route and this hitch route. If he's on this side of the user, like if he's using this vertical hook, he has to make a choice between this hitch route and this hitch route. So you can tell no matter what, we have a 3-way read, which is why I really love this play. So last thing I want to talk about before I get into gameplay is going to be man coverage. So versus man coverage, if you're not sure if it's zone or man coverage, that's why I like the smart route is out route. Now since that's Jerry Jeudy on Jeer, Jeer's probably gonna pick it off. But also I want to show you X's route, because sometimes X can win on his route too. Of course right there he does it, but you see in the game that he actually does get a win animation. Now if they shade over the top, that's whenever I like to actually throw that. So I'll just show you that right here, and it'll be last thing. So let's say they shade over the top. Sometimes you still can have X, but you can always have circle too. But like I said, this is not a man setup, so don't see man coverage and go to this play. This is just like if they happen to play man, you're like, oh crap, you know. I just want to show you that X can get over if they're shading over the top. That's what I was trying to show you right there. But anyways, let's go and check out this gameplay. Alright, so my opponent had started off with the ball, but he did end up throwing a pick, which you're actually about to see here in a second. You can tell, I don't know, he just tried to roll back in the pocket. Don't know why he throws that, but we get the fortunate pick animation. But right here, you can tell we're actually setting up our actual audibles, not audibles, our personnel. So you can tell right here, I decided to put Tim Patrick in that spot, and not really for any particular reason. Because like I said, with this offense, you're going to be utilizing all your receivers at some point, so it really doesn't matter too much. So first and foremost, you can tell this is exactly what I was trying to explain to you in practice mode. I couldn't really tell if it's man or zone. It kind of looked like man on cover 3. It actually turned out to be man cover, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit that out route because out route was be man cover. So that's kind of what I meant by, like, you know, if now it's like I won't call that same play again unless I know for a fact he's in the zone. So that should be the mindset right here. Now the thing I like about this offense is that they actually have halfback base and they have inside zone, which is gonna really be nice. It's actually really nice when you find offenses that have those two run plays, just because it's gonna make it real tough for your user to try to shoot gaps with. So right here we decided to come back to the same play, and we get a fortunate animation right there as he wasn't able to click on to make the tackle, and we are going to score. Now right here you can tell what happened. So I guess he tried to actually throw a route. I don't know why he tried to throw that, and we are going to get the nice interception right there. So anyways, right here you can tell I'm not sure if it's cover 3 or man coverage. I'm assuming it's man coverage. So basically this is the curls play. So you want to start off by putting square on the streak, and I like to go ahead and take R1, put them on an out route, smart route is out route, and you want to go ahead and motion them over to turn it into an in route. So this setup right here would kill man coverage or zone coverage, so that's why I went to it. You can tell he played man with a single high safety and he dropped the purple, but that purple is not going to be able to clear that X route because it just ran so deep, which is why I said that you could really actually build a scheme off of just this play right here, this curls play, because it's really, really good to complement with halfback angle in my opinion. So right here we're going to come back with the same setup, and also you want to make sure you throw a circle on the zig route. So right here you can tell he just played the same style of defense, nothing changed, and I guess he thought something else was going to happen. And you could tell as long as you have somewhat of a good receiver right there at X, he's going to always win his matchup. I'm not going to say always, but more than likely he's going to win this matchup, especially when it's shaded over the top. So right, we're still on curls. So what I did with here, it was pretty much inverse. So I took R1 and put him on the same in route. I took square, put him on a zig route. So basically I'm trying to isolate his user. I'm seeing if he's going to go R1 or X. He goes X, so I'm going to go throw R1. So that's a great example of kind of just labbing in game. So I noticed his user's going to have to pick one. He couldn't guard both of them, so that's why we gave him 2 options like that. So anyways, we end up getting the ball back right here. So right here is 14-0, and this is actually that Packer smash play. Actually one of my favorite zone coverage setups, but it also does beat man coverage as long as you have a good receiver. So you can already tell this is why I said personnel doesn't really matter too much, because we're going to be utilizing all our receivers. So right here I was kind of reading his user. Now I forgot Teddy Bridgewater has such a bad throw animation, so I should have been let that ball go a lot earlier, but it definitely was open, but that was my fault. I held the ball a little bit too long on that. So 2nd and 10 right here, basically going to come back with a similar setup, but what I'm doing right here, I noticed he's playing man cover, so I really wanted X over the top to see if he can win off the press. So what I decided to do is take a R1, put him on an out route, and I want to go ahead and motion him across. I expected him to play man coverage, but if he plays zone, it's still a very nice setup. You can tell he played zone. Now I assumed this user was going to go follow that in route, which he did not. So I went ahead and threw my drag, but I did notice that that in route was wide open. So 33, I wanted to come back to a similar setup because I noticed that his user really wasn't guarding the in route, and he didn't have anybody in there that could guard that in route. So this is why I came with this setup right here. So we're going to go ahead and drop back. Look at his user. He literally, I ain't gonna lie, that actually startled me a little bit because he just literally threw my guard straight out the way, and I pretty much thought I was taking a sack. So you know, I should have just stood tall in the pocket, hit my in route. But this is something I was ignorant about. I really wanted that in route, and I drifted a little bit too far out the pocket because he literally was really leaving it wide open. I just didn't have enough time. So fortunately that half pretty much ended, nothing really happened, so we actually do end up getting ball back. So right here we're still running a smash play because I really love this setup. All you want to do is take an outside receiver, put him on a streak, which is going to push back any deep zones. You want to take X, put them on a zig route, because that's actually going to pull down any zones that's non-zone drop. And if it's man coverage, zig routes are going to be able to beat man. So right here you can tell he did send an all-out man blitz, and I wanted to pick on his user a little bit, so that's why we did attack the zig route right there. So 2nd and 2, you can tell he's kind of starting to mix it up on defense now. So like I said, not a bad player at all. He's not just giving me one different look. He's mixed it up between man, zone, blitzing, not blitzing. So it tells me that he, understands what's going on a little bit. Now, anytime you see the receivers move, the DBs move, normally that should signify to you that is man coverage. Right there, I don't know. That's just one of the aggravating things dealing with Madden sometimes where that happens, where they just get, glitched into each other like that. But regardless, 3rd and 2. We can't let that. So right here, my thought process is I wanted to hit that curl route by R1. You can tell it definitely got open, but we just ran out of time. You can tell it said throw out a sack. Now 4th and 2, realistically, I probably should have just ran the ball right here, but really just wanted to dot him up the field. Now, what you're gonna notice on this play is that basically I'm setting up for a lot of man beaters. Now, R1, I wanted to motion block him, so you can tell we got a slant basically, and we have a post with a streak concept. So, yes, you're gonna roast me for missing my read out there by circle, but I was not expecting him to actually zone drop a 0 with a cornerback. So that's fine. We still actually ended up converting the 1st down, so we're all good in that aspect, man. So right here, you can tell. Basically, we're just trying to, at this point, just kind of control the clock. So I did decide to kind of run the ball right here. And I wanted to see what actually works versus this double A gap, and that definitely was not it. The halfback base was not very good. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and try inside zone now. So we're going to see what that does. So we're going to ID the Mike right there. You can tell we actually get a nice gap right there. His user's unable to make the play. And we are going to go ahead and bulldoze our way down for a nice gain right there. So in my back pocket, I know that works versus double A gap. So right here, this is the zone spacing concept I was telling you, but if it was man, we want to look for that out route, and you can tell we had the out route, and we also had X sitting wide open, just literally ran out of time. Now right here, this play, I thought he was going to press, so I know square can win on his route. It's like a little glitchy route that I've seen. So I had a double slant with an out concept, just really great concept right here. I could tell the user chose the wrong place. Now I got a terrible throw right there. You seen he was wide open in the gap. I threw it at the right time, but you got Teddy Bridgewater got under pressure and accurate, and unfortunately that's something that you can't really control. So my opponent's gonna just get the not walk off, but I mean he's gonna get the pick six, and that actually made me mad right there because I don't understand. Like if you're down, I don't see what's the point of celebrating, and that let me know what type of player he was. So at that point, it kind of really did make me mad because I was like, all right, now I'm finna actually just really drive down the field on him since he wants to celebrate while losing. I don't understand that. I don't understand why people do that. So right, I decided to run 4 verticals because a running back route is really nice, as you guys know. For 4 verticals with man coverage. I don't know what kind of zone coverage or match coverage he was playing, but running back's going to be wide open. So we'll go ahead and take that, man. So 3rd and 5, we are coming to the smash play that I was telling you guys about. Now this looks like man coverage to me, so that's why I wanted to send him on a backside slant. So I basically was going to read R1 to square, depending on what the user's doing. Now I didn't see the user in sight, so we're going to go ahead and hit our motion over slant, which, like I said, motion over slants are going to kill man coverage, and purples do a hard job of guarding that. So right here, basically what I'm pretty much doing is trying to see where his user's going to go between X and square, and I want to go ahead and send this backside slant to kind of catch his attention. So basically I'm just giving him smoke and mirrors, but I'm really looking between X and square. So we're just looking. You see right here I had square, but it's going to get batted right back down in my face. Nothing I can really do about that. I still think that was a great concept by me. Just really unfortunate animation right there. So we got 2nd and 10, and we're gonna go ahead and put our slot receiver on a slant. So now we're doing this basically the same concept, same exact concept, except for we just switched it up a little bit with who we're motioning. And you can tell right there I did have X, but I really just wanted the end route to go ahead and move the chains to get our 1st down before some type of fluke happened or something. So 1st and 10, quick little out. So you guys can see I like to base everything out of one play, so that's why you can see me doing this setup. So now right here you might be wondering, real, what is all these in routes? So basically in routes do a great job of beating man coverage, out routes do a great job. So basically I was making his user stay in the middle, so the whole time I could just read the outside. So it's basically just throwing a lot of smoke and mirrors, saying, hey, I'm come into the middle, go ahead and try to guard all these routes. The whole time I'm looking over your head and you don't even realize it. So that's kind of how I like to play the game. I mean, everybody has their own little strategies. That's basically one of my key strategies I like to use. I like to make you think you're using something when I'm actually reading the whole other side of the field or a whole another section of the field, So anyways, 1st and 10 right here. Now this setup right here that you guys see me run, you will be able to throw this hitch route against any zone coverage, whether it's a vertical hook or a hook curl. You will be able to throw this, and that's why this play is actually really good. So all you have to do is put R1 on a hitch, take square, put them on a streak, and you got a really good unstoppable play versus zone coverage. Now, if they man it up, obviously they're going to play it, but if it's any stock or any zone drop zones even, it's still going to get wide open. You can tell, boom, R1, we got X, we have everything at that point. Now, that was the spacing play I was telling you guys about, and like I was telling you, if they zone drop, you normally going to have everything open. So like I said, this offense is just, it's dangerous. Now, imagine if I had a team like the Chiefs or, the Packers, you know, imagine if I had a high caliber team like that, you know. So right here, don't know what his user's doing. He's nowhere to be found. Now, I knew that was not going to be able to be completed because that's Teddy Bridgewater. They did my man's dirty on this game, man. He's actually decent in real life, and they just make him just play so bad on here. But anyways, right here, definitely got to throw out a sack, and I think I had a touchdown, to be honest with you, because you guys seen the spacing that happened, but Khalil Mack decided to just instant shed my tackle, which, I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's Khalil Mack, it's going to happen. But 3rd and 10, look at the route combo. You could, like I told you guys, that's going to be open every time I want it. If he does not use it or man it up, I will have that every single time, which is why I said that play is actually really slept on. So right here, like I told you guys, also that you always want to make sure you have your trips to the wide side. So that's why I went ahead and flipped my offense. And you can tell it looked like man coverage to me. So I decided to actually do a man coverage setup. So with this setup, basically, I'm just going to read the user between the backside slant to X combo. So if he follows R1, I'm going to hit X and vice versa. So I see he's on the D line. So at this point, just easy, you know. So thankfully, I actually got the ball there, you know, kind of swerve the user out the way. I try to stay in bounds because at this point, I was just ready to get the game over with. And you see he does blow a timeout. So I don't know why he blows his timeout. So at this point, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to try to score, you know, because I actually was just going to try to just run the clock out. I wasn't even going to pick a play, to be honest with you guys. But right here, so basically, I anticipated him using on that free safety to not give up a touchdown. So the reason I put circle on the in route is to see what his user's doing. I'm trying to throw it in route as a bait route. So he did exactly what I thought. So watch me move the pocket. You see he turned around and I wanted to throw it. I got like a weird slide animation, which I think I still could have fit that ball in there. But anyways, you know, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Do let me know if you like this scheme, and do let me know if you like these breakdowns where I show you guys the gameplay behind the setups and everything. But anyways, man, thank you guys for checking out my video, man. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.